When I tell you I broke down crying so hard, like, because I just felt so stupid and just so naive. Hi everyone, Darius Mexi here, back at it again with another YouTube video. And gee zums, I've been away for a very long time. Cue the my last video. And how many months was that? Oh shit, damn that fucking year. Okay, so a lot has happened. Some really good, some very bad. So I'm just gonna give you a life update. There's a lot to talk about. So while we're doing that, I'm actually gonna do something unique-ish. I think somebody else probably already did this, but I am going to paint my nails while I do that. I have another angle camera right here. Hi. And you get to see what I'm doing with my nails while I give you the life update, because I'm very unique like that. So, stream renaissance. Anyway, okay, let's get started. So I'm gonna paint my nails black and white. I'm gonna paint one hand black and one hand white. I'm gonna paint one black hand. Fuck, I don't even know how to talk. I'm gonna paint one hand black and the other white, and then I'm gonna do a clear coat. God, was that so fucking hard to fucking say? And then if I make any mistakes, I'm gonna use acetone. I think that's what it is. Nail polish remover. Sure. Anyways, so for my last video, I think my last video was my Halloween special extravaganza, whatever, which was very fun to do. I love that video series. I highly recommend it if you wanna talk about some spooky looky shit. But yeah, so why did I stop? Let's start there. Why did I stop making YouTube videos? So I stopped making YouTube videos because I was moving out of my apartment. The last place I stayed, I was with a roommate. I think you guys saw him in another video, my makeup video to be specific. Oh, that's black. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm excited. I was moving out and I did not know where I was going to be. So I decided I wanted to do something bold. And I wanted to move out of state, out of Louisiana. For those who don't know, I live in New Orleans. And I wanted to make a change in my life, you know, get new scenery, meet new people, you know, all that great stuff. And I decided on trying to move to Seattle, because if you recall my other video, I visited Seattle for one of my birthdays, and I had a really good time. I liked the atmosphere, I loved the vibe. It was very liberal and gay friendly, and it was on the West Coast, so I just fell in love with it when I visited. So, and that's like across the country, so I wasn't gonna do that by myself because I don't have a car. And I don't even have a big car to begin with, or a car at all. So I planned on using a moving company. So the initial plan was to get the moving company, get an apartment in Seattle, move to Seattle, get a job, start my new life. Simple, right? Very simple, very like cut to the chase, you know, it's gonna be like fun, adulting, yes, new start, new life. It did not go that way. It did not go well, which I'm gonna say why. So I got the moving company. I paid a very large deposit for said moving company. You know, the lady I talked to was really nice. She was understanding. Like, I told her I didn't have a place yet, but I knew I was going to be in Seattle. She was like, okay, great, here's your quote, here's what you're gonna be paying, here's your deposit, and we're gonna get you rock and rolling. I'm like, okay, great, yes. And she like give me discounts and all that shit. I'm like, oh my God, you're so nice, you're so sweet, I love it. And I paid the deposit, and that was set. So moving company, got it. Then I went apartment hunting in Seattle. Now, I don't know what the fuck happened to Seattle from the time my birthday happened to the time I visited there again, but girl, it was rough. See, oh bitch. I think it's because I was there for vacation the first time, so I had my vacation eyes on. But then when I went back, when I went back, I had my I'm gonna live here eyes on, and girl, it was not it. Like, oh girl, it was not it. There was a lot of crime happening around me, and the homeless population was like really bad, and it just was not a vibe anymore. And I'm like, oh no. And then I learned Seattle is one of the most depressed cities in the United States. What? Excuse me? Like, what? I have... Like, sorry, I was just shook by that. So I was like, I have depression. I can't be living here. So I was, with all of those aspects, I was like, yeah, this is not the move. I was very disheartened by that, because, you know, I was really wanting a fresh start, you know, a new environment around me, new people, and all that great stuff. It was like one of those things where it was like a low-key goal that I can see myself achieving, and I would have been like really proud of myself, you know, and all that, but it just didn't work out. And then when I was apartment hunting, either the apartments was too high, or they and the one part it was just too high. It was just too high. And the one apartment I did find that I could afford was like a micro apartment, and no utilities was included, so you had to pay for your own water, your own electric, and all that stuff. So I was like, oh no, this is just not it. So I decided to abandon that little dream that I had about, you know, a fresh start or whatnot. And I started apartment hunting in New Orleans, and that was also not going well. Oh jeez, hold on, I'm messing up. My nail polish, this little pinky is getting on my nerves. Anyway, I started apartment hunting in New Orleans, and that wasn't going well, because if you don't know about New Orleans, most of the cheap apartments are in the East, and I already had lived in the East while I was hunting, and I didn't want to live in the East, because the East was like, it's like a really bad place to live. So I was looking for other areas, and other areas was expensive. So I was looking and asking around and all that shit, do my research, and as while this was going on, my roommate was basically finding an apartment and putting his deposit down and all that. So he was kind of getting the ball rolling on his end, so I had to like hurry my ass. So, and I was contemplating, I was staying in the apartment, but the rent would be higher, and I could not afford that rent for one person. So I was like getting very like desperate, basically. But then luckily one of my co-workers lives in an apartment complex. Hi Paige, if you're watching this. Hey girl, how you doing? She lives in an apartment complex, and she was like, hey, I have a unit available. My landlord just kicked somebody out. You can stay there. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, how much is the rent? And the rent was affordable. So I was like, oh shit, affordable rent? Hello, sign me up. Like, yes. So I took a tour of the apartment, and the landlord liked me, and went through the process of doing background checks and deposits, and it was great. And I got the apartment basically. So here is where, that was the really good part. Now comes the bad part. Oh my god, I am messing up. No! Oh my god, I'm messing up. I'm making a mess. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. Anyway, I remember that moving company? So I told them like, hey, plans changed. I am not moving to Seattle anymore, but I'm still staying in New Orleans, but can I still use you guys for your services? And she was like, oh yeah, absolutely you can. You can use our services to move in state. That would be great. So she gave me a quote on like a estimate on what the cost would be still in state, and the price didn't really change, which should have been my first red flag. But I was like, you know what, I am kind of down the wire right now, so I can't really complain too much. So just pay the same price, you'll be fine. You was gonna pay that anyway to move to Seattle, so why not just pay now? Now, that should have been a red flag. But anyway, so I was like, okay, so I'm getting everything prepared. I'm getting all my stuff packed, you know, throwing stuff away, keeping stuff, all that stuff, right? And moving day comes. Ooh, y'all not ready for this. So I paid the deposit, right? And I moving day. I'm sorry. Okay. Breathe, because this shit is triggering, low-key, telling the story. So moving people come in, and I was like, oh hi, hello. They're like, hey, hello. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just moving these boxes, and this is the address, and I'm gonna meet you guys there because I don't have a car, so, and I'm gonna direct you guys. And I also told my landlord that I have moving people coming, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay a little longer so I can, like, you know, if you don't get here in time, I can instruct them where to put your boxes and stuff. I'm like, okay, great. Ooh, plans are setting in, motions are moving, like, you know, shit like that. It was great. They said, oh, you don't have to pay the rest of your balance. I'm like, what? What? The rest of my what? He said, yeah, the rest of your balance. I'm like, I thought, because you remember the first lady, the really nice lady? She told me that you would have to pay your balance after services were provided, right? But I'm like, services aren't even moving. Y'all haven't even loaded boxes on the truck. So what? So then I'm calling the offices, and then I answer, and I keep calling, and I keep calling, and I'm like, what the fuck? So eventually I get to them, and I'm like, yeah, they're saying that I have to pay them the remaining balance for them to move my stuff. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean, yeah? Like, I was told I would have to pay after services were provided, and y'all haven't even moved a box, haven't loaded anything on the truck, haven't moved a mile. So she was like, yeah, you have to pay before they even get started. I'm like, no one told me that. So I am panicking already. So what I do when I panic, I obviously call mom, hello, because she won't take care of it. Because I was like panicking, and because I didn't have the money. I was gonna pay them when I got paid next. So that's why when she said, oh, payment is due after services, I'm like, okay, great. I have time to pay them, you know, the rest of the balance. But no, I had to pay them right then and there, or they weren't gonna move them. So my boxes. So I'm panicking. I'm calling every person that I knew to like get some money so I can pay this deposit, because I pay the rest of my balance, because I didn't have the money. I really didn't. So I technically got the money because I was using my credit cards, I was using my debit card, I was using money from my brother and money from my mom, and just anybody I could think of that could like cough up an obscene amount of money at last minute, because y'all, it was a lot. I'm not even gonna tell y'all prices. So I get technically the money, but I couldn't get the money off my cards, and payments wasn't going through. Basically it was a lot, and they had other moving jobs that they had to do, and I signed a contract to where if I don't pay the remaining balance, I forfeit my deposit. So after like maybe 2 hours of scrambling and running around New Orleans East trying to get this obscene amount of money to these people, they said like, hey, we gotta go because we have other jobs, like other moving obligations lined up. So I was like, I don't have the money, so I understand, and you can go. And the guys were really understanding. They really did try to work with me. It's just that they had to do their job, and I don't blame them. So they left, and I had to forfeit my deposit. When I tell you I broke down crying so hard, like, cause I just felt so stupid and just so naive, and like I really thought I was doing all the right things. I thought I was, you know, following all the instructions and, you know, getting my shit together, but they just threw a curveball at me, and I couldn't dodge it. Like, I don't know. I definitely blame a lot on the moving company, because they were not as transparent as I thought they were. So yeah, I don't know what to say to that. It was just a fucked up situation. And then my roommate found me, and I was like basically like in a dazed and confused state of mind, and he was like, yeah, we'll help you move, man, it's okay. I'm like, yeah, but I just wasted money and time, and I got nothing out of it. Maybe a lesson, but a very financial devastating lesson out of this fucking situation. So even trying to look on the bright side is kind of hard, because I just wasted a shit ton of money doing this. So anyway, and through the help of my lovely friends, associates, co-workers, managers that helped me move, I was able to move into a new apartment, and I love my new apartment. It's a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, very tiny. Well, no, it's not very tiny. It's very cozy, very nice people around that I'm living around. There was a little drama about a neighbor that I stumbled upon, but that's a story time. That's another video that I'm gonna have to share with y'all. But I love it. I like I'm kind of growing into living on my own. I like living on my own. I like, you know, and you know how people say that, you know, you can live, when you live by yourself, you can like walk around naked and all that. I'm like, okay, I didn't do that, but I like that I have the option to do that. And I think that's what people are like trying to get at with that idea. I am fucking up this white polish. Oh, I hate white polish. Cleaning it up, it's a mess. Anyway, and I'm loving my independence. I'm loving how I can just do shit, and then like I can just do shit. Like, I don't have to consider anybody else's feelings. I don't have to, you know, constrain myself. I'm a weirdo, and I do weird shit when I'm by myself. Not in a bad way, but in like a quirky way. That sounds ominous, but I don't know, I just like that type of freedom that I have, and I'm very appreciative of it. So yeah, and I'm learning how to, you know, pay bills on my own and, you know, budget money, and all that stuff, because of course they don't teach you that in high school or college. So you have to like go into the real world and learn it for yourself. Did y'all know that you have to pay a deposit on, like, well, at least in New Orleans, you have to pay a deposit for like getting your lights turned on? Did not know that. That's a fucking that's a thing that I learned. Like, that would have been great if someone would have taught me that in school, but nope. So I had a little panic from that. And also recently, my landlord that interviewed me and stuff, she sold the building as well. So I'm just like, damn, so much shit is happening so fast. And now I have a new landlord, and they're nice people, but I was like, damn, okay, just so much going on at the same time. And then at my job, oh, I'm not even gonna get in. That's gonna be for another video. I don't want to get fired. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on with my life. I think I'm kind of done. Pretty much done. I'm gonna clean it up a little afterwards, but. And they're pretty much dry. Woo! Nails done. Ooh, look at that. Really so cute. I should have painted them all black. But I like the black and white. It's cute. It's cute. Okay, let me put a clear gloss on. You can time lapse this, and then I'm gonna do my outro. So give me 1 sec. All right, that is all. Oh my god, I don't even know how to do my outro. That's how long it's been. I don't even know how to do the outro. Anyway, thank you so. Oh, I remember. I think. Well, first before my outro, I just want to say, just as a lesson, if you're gonna move or do anything really life-changing, try not to be spontaneous about it, because my little Seattle little dream was very spontaneous, and it was very like ambitious for my skill set. So if you're gonna make a big life change, do your research, do your, you know, mental thinking, you know, think a lot of thoughts about it, like just over and over again. Do your research, especially research. Do your fucking research on the city you're trying to move to. And, you know, just pay attention. Just pay attention. That's all I ask. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I think my new schedule is gonna be was it every Friday last time? I don't know, but I'm gonna be trying to post videos every Friday. So look out for that. Hit that bell notification, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. It really helps my channel out. And I will see you guys next Friday. All right, bye. Peace.